All right. So it's been a whole year since we last played Dark Heresy. Well, rather, we played Dark Heresy last in the previous year, then spent, a month? Feels like it's been at least a month without playing. So, last time on Dark Heresy, Felonies of Faith, we may or may not have killed Xillia. And by we, I mean an NPC. An NPC potentially killing the apparent big bad of the mission. What could possibly go wrong? To review in a more extensive and detailed manner, last session we started off with Krios discovering the scattered remains of his Mechanicus brothers. Not that any of them think of Krios as a brother, but being the black sheep that he is. Moments later, Torquus found the golden artifact, which shall be confirmed as possessing no psychic elements. At that point, Kira revealed that the artifact auction was a front to arrange an auction for a second item, a secret item, a powerful item, a device capable of sending psychic messages through the galaxy without the need of an astropath, the Caspian Magnalius device. Of the tech priests, one of them survived and explained to Krios in a secret language what had gone down. Krios then told the other party members that Xillia used a purple glowy rock to slaughter all these tech priests, and then she and Tossit ran off. The chase was on, except it wasn't, since the party didn't actually know where the hell they were supposed to be going exactly. After all, the ship is 900 meters long, 300 meters wide, and has 20 decks. They did wind up in the central elevator chamber for the hotel section of the cruise ship, though. It was a grand, beautiful chamber with 11 decks worth of free space in the middle, roughly 25,000 square meters. Looking over the edge, Krios noted that gravity on the lower deck seems to have failed, and based on his estimates, it would be about 3.5 hours before the deck they're currently on loses gravity as well. He also noticed of the 5 elevators in this grand chamber, one of them looked only marginally damaged and elected to repair it, while the others were beyond hope. As Krios worked on repairs with Haley's help, and help it all from Shelby, Alexandra, Moore, and Curie headed aftward to the upper noble servants' quarters area to look for the service lift, which Alexandra knew would be there. They found what they were looking for fairly quickly and established it likely just needed power to be operational, and then started to head back to the rest of the group. On their way back, Talia revealed to the other half of the group that the documents they found in Tossit's office included travel itinerary. There were also instructions on quick ways to escape in a pinch. The noble ship loading bay, which seemed to be a scrub due to the damage inside. Damn nobles don't know how to park their space shuttles. The emergency escape craft and lifeboats, but they only possess rudimentary impulse engines, so escaping through those would mean not getting very far and essentially just being a sitting duck out in the void. Then there are 2 nobles on the ship which possess an item each, which could potentially be used to escape. Supra Oxek has a connection with the Ova Conquista Pirates Guild and possesses a transponder which can send a signal requesting help. And then Grant Famahazo, which I believe Fungi claimed was a town name, has an incredibly rare, incredibly expensive, questionably heretical tech relic from the Dark Age of technology, a portable teleportation device. The revelation of this was enough to make Krios drool. A device like that, if it actually exists, would be a dream come true. Krios wants it so bad, he was apparently willing to give up the hunt for Xillia and Tossit just to secure the teleporter. Talia, while she didn't fully express her desire, might agree, but for different reasons. But it was a short-lived moment as Curie spotted Tossit at the other end of the corridor, and while Vern and Alex took pot shots at him, Curie ran back to the rest of the group to report what took place. Alexandra failed to pursue Tossit quickly enough, and he escaped past a bulkhead door. The whole party mustered back together again and began chasing Tossit blindly through the Augustus Arbite's offices. Torquus and Vern got quite a ways ahead of everyone else, and due to his psychosis, Frosty lost control of Vern. The rest of the party then attempted to find Tossit and Torquus and Vern, and eventually stumbled upon the latter two just after they had shot one another. Someone scratching their mic? Bastard.
Sorry.
The mute psyker Shelby was the only one to notice some high-heeled boots disappearing into the vent above Vern and Torquus, and she fired her melta pistol at the vent, liquefying the metal ceiling there. This freaked most of the player characters out, and Shelby persisted, taking another shot at the fleeing high-heeled target after floating up into the vent as well. The target managed to dodge the melta blast, amazingly, by dropping into the hall below, and that's when Krios spotted the culprit. Xillia Zephyra, the sultry mistress. Before she could fully recover, Xillia was attacked by both Kiri and Alexandra. Alex clubbed Xillia over the back of the head a split second after Kiri gave Xillia emergency-ass liposuction with a chainsword. Xillia then proceeded to run with incredible speed. She moved faster than Yui Bolt, spraying her bloody ass chunks on the walls as she sped around corners of the corridors. People then tried to chase her. This proved to be an exercise in futility. Torquus, I stress an NPC, was best able to chase Xillia, and, at the request of my players, the GM had Torquus shoot Xillia with his plasma rifle. And that's where we left off. 2 shots had been fired, and it was left up in the air whether Torquus managed to kill Xillia or not. Also, as a side note, Krios made a friend, a Cybermastiff handler tech priest assigned to the Arbite's office on this deck. Her name, I couldn't tell she was female originally, sorry, all those tech priesty bits. Her name is Varna Inez, and I'm going to have to kill her in some terribly gruesome manner since this is Dark Heresy, and tech priests, like everyone else in the galaxy, are not allowed to have friends.
Fuck you, life finds a way.
And there we have it. And so we left off. 2 shots were fired from the grunt and a half of Torquus. And what was the range on that shot again? Something like 114 meters. And of course, plasma weapons are long range, so they've got pretty accurate distance to them. And 2 shots, both hit. And it's incredibly dark, but Torquus can see fire where Xillia was last he saw her. I have a speed hole. So Torquus will be the first on scene. Who else is going to go follow after Torquus?
I will.
Be sure to move your tokens.
Vern doesn't because he was slumped against the wall because, well, I'm trying to breathe.
Well, I'm going to try to catch up.
Would have gone this way and then this way.
So it's going to be Shelby.
Shush.
I guess, yeah, Duran would come too. So Alex, Shelby, Kiri, then Haley.
Yep.
So Vern, you're a little exhausted.
Oh yeah.
Krios.
Exhausted.
I'm making friends.
You're making friends. Okay. Well, after the commands are issued, the Cybermastiff will start going and chasing the blood trail, and Varna will follow after her puppy. So are you going to follow Varna?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay. So puppy will be moving fast, but Varna will make sure it's moving slowly enough that you can keep up. And it will eventually lead to the corpse as well. Because, yes, Torquus managed to secure a kill. As you're passing Vern, will you tell Vern to catch up, or are you just going to leave Vern huffing and puffing against the wall?
I imagine he knows where we're all going. He'll catch up in his own time.
Okay. So, yeah, this black line here is the edge of the, basically, I'm not sure if you guys have been in such a hotel before, but basically the whole center of the ship is an empty space for 11 decks. Basically, so you can just look over the edge and see this kind of courtyard area. And so that black line to the right of all of you is the railing that goes off to a, how many meter drop would that be? Say probably 50 meters or more. I haven't really fully decided how tall each deck will be, so I'll just say roughly 50 meters. You do not want to fall over that edge. And so Shelby's starting right out the gate with a psi roll. And I'm pretty sure, let me just check here. There we go. Shelby. Shelby, your Psi-Niscience is... I wasn't expected it to be a bit better. Did you want to fate that?
Sweet.
Okay. Ouch.
Off to a cracking start.
Indeed. You're getting kind of a feedback from her. Something doesn't feel right, but you're kind of having difficulty. I would say trying difficulty articulating, but difficulty really comprehending what it is that's off. Okay, so also give me a search roll then. Actually, you know what? As you get too close, Torgus will say, oh, you're already starting to search through her? Well, basically, because you got such a shitty roll anyway, Torcus is going to slap his hand on your shoulder and pull Shelby away, saying, don't touch her. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do we need to, have a priest purge her? You know something hinky, you can't get a full comprehension of what's wrong.
I'm gonna just hold my flamethrower and just go, I could help.
Torcus will look to you and says, yeah, is that blessed?
I'll wave my hand over it. It is now.
Blessed by an imperial cleric, not some hokey tech priest. Nudge, nudge, Haley.
I put on a silly hat. I wave my hand over it. It is now.
Just kidding. Alright, basically I would have been back here just saying like a little litany.
Sorry, I really can't hear you, Joe. You're really quiet.
Oh, sorry. That better?
A little bit.
Okay, I know what the problem is.
You turned down your microphone volume?
No, it does it itself. It's doing this bullcrap again.
Static.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Yeah, it's Realtek Audio Manager. It likes to just randomly adjust itself. Anyway, basically I would have been back here, sorry, saying just a little litany.
Sorry, what?
As all this was going on, I would have just been back in here saying a little prayer.
So you're just saying a prayer just in general?
Basically, like, just some standard quick death rite things.
Sorry, what?
Just some standard death rites thing, or whatever.
So you want to do death rites?
How did this work again?
Okay, if you want to do a specific thing with your prayer, you can roll for it. But if you're just muttering prayers under your breath, that's just something that every Imperial citizen does.
Okay.
So are you actually looking to sanctify the body or sanctify the flamethrower?
I even have the power to do that? I don't think I do.
It's not a power. It's just you say a prayer and you roll for it. And since you're trained in the Imperial Creed, your prayers can have an effect.
Huh. I didn't know that, actually. I did not know that.
Yeah, you didn't know you were a great holy man?
I'm pretty sure Haley's pretty certain she's not a man. Actually, Vern, Vern, before you have a chance to start moving, Talia will catch up to you, so we'll handle that after I talk with Joe. Sorry, Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, basically, as this was all going on, she would have been, like, just giving, like, a little prayer like that, but, I don't know if she'd have them. She'd know she'd be able to, if she'd basically, like, have the ability to, quote, sanctify the flamethrower there.
Your faith is weak.
Yeah, you have pure faith. You pray over pretty much anything, so you may as well do some prayers.
Yeah.
So that's based on intelligence, and you get a +10.
So you guys want me to give it a shot then?
Go ahead.
Up to you.
So you're sanctifying the flamethrower. You're not sanctifying the corpse.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
Doesn't hurt to roll.
Okay, so she probably also used some like holy incense or some holy water to actually perform the ritual. Torquus, to his merit, would actually go along with the prayer. Is anyone else going to follow Haley's example and do the prayer?
Can I instead?
But like just following along. You don't have to do a roll. Just follow. Like if she says "Amen," you all say "Amen," sort of thing.
Just follow along with the prayer.
Yeah, I suppose I'll try to be not conspicuous or less conspicuous.
Okay. Krios, I imagine you're not going to kick in with the Imperial Creed.
Yeah, I say fucking nothing.
I go along with this creed because definitely she's not human.
Okay, and Shelby silently would do hand gestures and whatnot. During this, down, Talia would pat her hand onto Vern's shoulder and says, "Come on, move it. Keep up with the rest of them."
You move with a fucking hole in your chest.
I'll add another one if you keep giving me lip.
Oh, slap.
She has her back to you. She has her back to you.
No, she's keeping her eye over her shoulder, like watching him. She's getting ahead of him, but she's keeping her eye on him.
Mental notes kill her. Nobody gives me lip. Fucker.
You're giving her lip. Anyway, and Krios, well, this prayer is going on, and you're basically just holding the flamethrower up for Haley. Why is there a big fucking orc? I guess.
Prayers the nonsense.
I'm not supposed to be here yet.
Wait, shit. It's Grog. Oh, no.
Great. Who's been praying to Orc and Mork?
Varna will communicate with Krios using the binary chatter rather quietly, just so it just sounds like background noise. Essentially saying that her cyber mastiff detects the blood scent, and that corpse there is the same blood that was sprayed all over the halls. She also says something else that I'm not going to share with everybody else. There you go, Fungi. Got a little private message there from your new best friend. And so with your roll for sanctification, that roll will definitely be a success. And basically, You only see it for a split second, but it's almost as if the canister of the Promethean glows with a sort of radiant energy for a moment.
Yay.
It's sort of that glow that you blink once and it's gone, but you have a feeling that you've done the prayers properly, and now the flame may cleanse the corpse.
Now it's unholy.
A question.
Fungi, are you moving while the ritual's still going on, where they're blessing the flamethrower in your hands? Or are you waiting until the ritual?
Keep the flamer as still as possible while looking.
Well, you're still a couple of you're 4 or 5 meters away from the edge, so.
Then I will wait until the bloody madmen are done wobbling off to their corpse.
Okay, and they'll ask you to do the honors, and they'll back away.
Hold on, I have a question for you. During that prayer, can I see if there's something on her that identifies her as Xillia? That would be like universally known.
Okay. So, are you going to try and do this discreetly so nobody notices that you're snooping around the corpse?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a concealment roll, and then everyone else can do an awareness roll.
What about Vern?
Well, Vern's all the way down at the other end of the hall, so.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Damn it, Shelby.
The real question is, did Shelby say anything?
Well, that's true.
I don't notice.
I can't get that.
Hold on, a 56. Oh, yeah. That, more than makes it.
Yeah, except that 10 I rolled was for Torcus.
I'm just, trying to look over my shoulder. I'm paying...
Okay, so you're not looting through her? You're just glancing at her?
No, I just want to see if there's something, because there's no point in being, really...
Okay, I thought you were going to be searching through her remains.
Not yet.
Okay, give me just an intelligence roll, then.
Oh, great. Can I face it?
You may. And actually, I should try and keep track. Michelle, he's used 1 fate point, and Kiri is now using 1 fate point.
I still don't have a clue. Oh, wait. I get plus 20? No.
Yes.
I miss it by a point.
Well, you've got a pretty good feeling, considering those boots are the same boots you remember cutting a bit of the ass off of, and you'd look, yeah, there's a big chunk missing out of the ass, although it has been roasted rather severely. In fact, there's probably still a couple little flames. The smell is horrific, by the way. It's an awful smell, but you got a pretty good feeling this used to be Villa Zephyra.
But there's nothing that if I were to take it to somebody, they would know she may be deceased.
The black rock, but you don't see it.
Okay.
She might be on top of it.
Or is formerly known as Villa Zephyra.
Can't
yeah,
really
no, that's crispy.
Torcus again. This is my little bit of a dilemma.
Sorry, so Duran, Torcus, they'll pull away from the body. The Cyber Mastiff handler will have her dog pull back. She'll nod to Krios to, go ahead and torch it. Shelby, are you going to get out of the way? Kiri, get out of the way?
I'm out of the way. She moved me already.
No, do you want to get fully out of the way? Big wide breath, can't pronounce words.
I'll just move forward and save everyone the effort.
Yes, but I can't afford to be doing anything stupid.
Oh, Shelby has something. Drag the corpse. Oh, you could if you don't want it near the edge.
That's a good point.
Okay.
It's an edge. What's flame going to do to an edge?
If
An edge. There's nothing there.
Struck off? I don't know. Causes problems down the hallway? I wouldn't have moved all the way yet at this point.
I will lower the flamethrower on the cusp of firing it and just glare like I have shit to do, woman.
Dorcas will say, "What the hell's going on? Shelby, what are you doing?" Lots of shit to do. So you're just going to start scooting her. Okay. So
I think she's going to be jumping off the edge anytime soon.
Well, you're going to have to do your roll. I imagine you're not going to try pushing it. Just a second. Let me see here. Just want to determine how much she weighs.
Well, she is missing a couple of pounds.
I thought I just kind of dug in a little.
Yeah, without using your powers regularly, you're not going to be able to move her. You won't be able to fetter your roll on her. But when you try it like that the first time, give me another Psyniscience roll. Definitely going to have to put some training into that, aren't we?
Not waste my fate like candy. But here's the thing, though. The more fate we use, the more chances Haley has of stealing it.
No, that's burning fate. I mean, what? Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, shit. That was a candle. Wow, your rolls tonight, Jess.
Yeah, get the bad ones out of the way first.
Yeah, something just makes you feel off today for some reason. Well, not today, at this moment, in this particular circumstance. There's some sort of negative karma or something going on. But Torcus sees you move away and then nods to Krios saying, "Do it, Tech Priest."
Okay, man with gun.
So go ahead and give me your 1d10 roll for the flamer. Very nice.
Same on,
So
motherfucker.
the light burns brighter than any of you would expect for the flamer. I mean, maybe it's just because the room is so dark and it's only the emergency lighting. Your eyes have adjusted to the darkness. But this light, if you stare right at it, I'm going to make you roll a toughness test not to go blind. So pretty much staring directly at the fire hurts for all of you except Haley.
Well,
because of your goggles.
Well, pretty much as soon as the light got too much, Alexandra would just put up her forearm just to cover her eyes.
But yeah, Haley, if you want, you can keep watching. Everybody else,
goggles.
if you want to keep watching, roll toughness.
The goggles, they do something.
I was saying, even without the goggles, you're fine.
I do not have the toughness to risk this.
Wow. So that was your toughness roll, I take it, Shelby? Yeah, okay. Shelby's just like, I'm watching you.
Pretty fired. Now I get to watch someone else. I can watch another person burn.
Shelby and Haley, you can both confirm that the body doesn't twitch, doesn't move, and the flames consume it. Like there is pretty much ash left over when the burning is done. And a little bit of her outfit, like the heels of her boots. Well, maybe under the ash.
Is the fire out yet?
Wow, that's a pretty hot flame to ash bone.
As soon as I stop
Only fire.
flaming, as soon as I stop flaming, I'm going to look over to the edge where where I saw the blood trail.
Okay. So you go ahead and move your token. Is anybody going to go into the ashes and scatter them? Kiri and Shelby together. Okay, both of you could give. Oh, sorry, and Haley's moving too?
Yeah, I'm just going to take a close look at what Krios is looking at.
I was going to do the same once I see him trying to pay attention over the edge.
Okay, so search roll from Shelby, search roll from Kiri, and an awareness roll from, Krios and anybody else.
I keep failing at that.
Oh yeah, sorry. By this point, Vern and Talia will have made it, even with him limping.
Ooh, that's some corny shit right there.
Damn it, I didn't make it.
Every dice I've rolled today has been an 8.
Oh, I did make it.
Are you going to fake that, Fungi?
Considering I just ordered some World Eaters last night, no, I'm not. This is fucking fate.
Okay. No corn for
you. Yeah.
You don't want the Fungineer to go corny. Shelby, Curie, there is nothing left here. There's maybe some bone fragments, a bit of the skull, boots.
I'm picking up the...
Well, okay, not the whole boots, like the heels and the toes of the boots.
Okay, I'm picking it up.
You're picking up heels and toes, okay?
Yep. But yes, I'm kind of shocked. I give Shelby kind of a look like, uh-oh, what the crap.
Okay, well, Talia's catching up at this point, and she'll come up to Shelby and says, what's going on? Are those ashes Xillia? Torcus will say, damn right. Took her out at 100 meters.
And humble, too. Yes, that was Xillia. She holds up the fragment of boot she's picked up out of the ashes.
Torcus, rather proud of himself, kind of puts his hands on his hips and nods.
Kiri is also going to share with Talia, not realizing that Shelby is also trying to communicate that the stone isn't there.
To that point, Talia will look to Shelby and says, do you think it burned up? Okay, while this is happening, what's your name? Krios was looking over the edge. Krios, you see the damage, the extensive damage to the ship. You don't see anything else. I mean, you don't have the ability to see blood trails, or the scent of blood the way the dog can. Haley, you're really bad at your goggles, apparently.
My awareness roll is already absolute shit, so...
Yeah. Alex, however, you don't see anything because it's so dark down there. You just see like glinting lights and whatnot, but you do hear something. And let me just send that as a private message to a Bobob. Okay, and Vern, I also have something for you.
Where did it go?
So, are either of you going to say anything out loud?
You just, Alexandra, she's not gonna say like gave away attention, but she's gonna talk out loud to herself like, sounds like there's somebody down there.
Get him!
Duran will move over to her and say, well, yeah, I imagine not everyone was at the dinner. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen more nobles in the hallways at this point, or their servants, or other crew members. Like, honestly, shouldn't we have seen other people by now?
Yeah, but it sounds like the person down there just hurt themselves. Well, they're in some kind of...
Well, he'll shrug and snort and shout down, hello! Is there anyone there? At that point, Torquus runs up behind Duran, grabs him by the lapel, and pulls him back, saying, don't give away our position, you fucking knob.
Well, I think the
and the giant ball of fire, or the plasma rounds going off, wouldn't give off that there's somebody up here.
BT, I sent you a question.
Yeah, well, Torquus is moving around a bit right now, so Shelby's also looking over the edge. Shelby, as well, you don't see anything. You don't hear anything other than the echoing of Duran's voice, but now, finally, you do feel something.
By the way, as Torquus stands next to me, I will grab his shoulder and say, where are you going?
Fight! Okay, so Vern grabs Torquus. Torquus will spin around and select Vern's arm. Let's see. I'm going to do willpower for Torquus to see if he takes a...
Please fail, Torquus.
He's failing.
Fight!
Are you going to suplex him over the edge again?
Well, before he can make his attempt, I would like everyone to give me a very special roll. This is a magical roll, an irregular roll, where I've actually got the DC set out, but I'm not telling any of you what your DCs are. And the only one I have to reaffirm is Alex's, since I used Gallius's stats originally. So where are my stats for Alex?
Is it a D100 roll?
Yes, it's going to be a D100 test. Alex, I seem to have lost your character sheet. Fuck. Did we ever confirm what your insanity and corruption were?
Bobo?
Me?
Yes.
We did. It was 17 insanity, 17 corruption.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I got really lucky on those rolls.
Luck? Oh, I guess compared to Gallius.
Yeah, compared to Gallius's rolls.
Okay, and then how many fate points did you have?
I have 3 right now. I have not used any.
Okay, so I'll have to update your DC. It's actually higher than what Gallius's would have been.
Yeah.
Odd, considering how high his insanity was. Sorry. So let's see those rolls.
Most of that was because of Shelby. She kept on making.
Does Vern roll that thing too?
Everyone. Every single one of you.
Okay. So just... Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not
Ooh,
good.
I should probably fake that.
I'm going to fake that too.
I should probably fake that.
I am faking no such thing.
I faked
It kind of makes sense for Krios not to in this context, actually. But
I won't.
So let's see here. Alex faded and Haley faded.
Yep, I got 3 left.
I got 2 left.
And hey, this time Gallius' fate point didn't suck. It was merely adequate, I think.
Alex.
Well, Gallius' fate point had a lot of experience with things that were evil and wrong. Mostly Shelby.
So Kiri got a whopping 14. Well done, Kiri. So that'll mean 3 degrees of success for you.
Holy shit. I hope that means good thing.
Shelby oddly had the same DC, so only 2 degrees. Only. Vern, how ironic. You sure you're not going to fate that, Vern?
Well, I do have 2 rolls. I might as well.
Okay. Much better. Okay. Haley. Haley, you truly are magical.
Thanks.
You've got the most degrees of success so far. And then Alex, you have 3 fate, you said?
I had 3 fate. I used 1.
Okay, so that means you've got a plus 30. So, wow. Sorry, Haley. It looks like we've got a new winner.
Yes.
I push her over the edge. I'm the only one. Give me your
Prios, you are the only one who will not get the sudden impending sense of incredible dread, and the rest of you have the very good sense, without even realizing it, to take 2 steps. No, Torcus doesn't move. 2 steps back from the edge.
Somebody's about to get a face full of hellfire.
Boss fight.
Can I yell to Krios? Get the.
No, you will not have time. It's not even something you're consciously aware of doing. It just sort of happens.
I tried.
And,
I tried to be your friend, Krios.
Well, there's no gravity down there, so you might survive.
Also, here's the good thing, though. You're killing the wrong peg twist that you said you would try to kill.
I just need to confirm here.
Oh, poor Jerron. He's still right there, too.
Okay. There is going to be this... Oh, what now? Not quite, Jeff. Not quite.
Hogs!
You all feel a sudden shift in the gravity, very rapidly pulling down towards the floor and towards the edge for a moment. And almost as quickly as it starts to pull on you, it suddenly snaps up and still in the same direction towards the edge, with an immediate follow-up of the entire ship rocking violently as banging sounds essentially echo through the hall. And, Krios?
Yes?
This and I didn't want it to happen to you, but you're like right on the edge. So, you're going to need to make an agility test.
Oh, man. All that acrobatic training.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you've got the worst agility of the entire group.
And I'm a wizard. Fuck, I'm not.
Did you want to fake this?
Yeah, right.
Don't forget, you also have the lady with the jetpack who's going to try to save your life if you go over.
Yeah, I've seen what happens when you try and save lives.
Okay, that's some good feeling there, Krios. So Krios, -1 fate for saving self from plummet of doom. Step 1.
12 steps up to plummet.
You've now got enough reaction time that you're going to be able to attempt a weapon skill test to grab onto the ledge, a strength test to just sort of hunker down where you are so you don't go flying over, or an agility test to try and jump the opposite direction. Or feel free to give me a suggestion of something else you think Krios could reasonably try to do to prevent himself from getting flung over the railing.
I could just fall to the ground, surely. That's not going to do anything. I mean, that's not going to make me fall over, because it's not like that's like a 45-degree angle.
The railing is glass with gold bars basically interspaced between them. You're a heavy motherfucker.
Well then.
You could try it. Definitely you can try that. I'm just going to say that I'll have you roll damage against the glass, basically, and if you roll too high, you'll break it.
Well, what's the highest? That's my strength, weapon skill, or just... Well, it's not going to agility, is it?
Definitely not agility. So your strength is 31, your weapon skill is 29, your agility is 34. Just so you know what your other options might be, if you can think of something, your ballistics are 38, your toughness is 52, your intelligence is 63, your perception is 32, your willpower is 49, your fellowship is 33. If anybody else in this group wants to give a suggestion
I have
on how...
two ideas.
Oh, damn it, Shelby is always so smart.
I have 2 ideas. One of them is toughness. Brace myself on the floor, just wide legs, sumo stance. The other one is willpower and not give a fuck.
Whee, I don't give a fuck. Don't apologize. Thank you for potentially saving Krios' life.
Well, I still haven't got my fucking character sheet, so I can't look over it and see what things I have.
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just turn my boots on.
Well, it's not your boots. It actually originates from your chest. It's your potentia coil. Basically, you magnetize it.
Well, I'm sure it's my feet that magnetize the ground.
So yeah, let me just see what the roll is for doing that. Big left.
Toughness, actually. Most technical things are toughness.
Wait.
Actually, it doesn't require a roll to activate. It's just it can only be activated for 1d10 plus your toughness bonus in minutes.
I think that'll be okay.
Okay. So
But
basically
1d10
you're reversing...
plus 5 minutes.
You're just reversing the polarity so that you are like magnetically sealed to the floor.
So I like to think it's like a ship, that rocks left and right. Everyone else is falling over, and Krios just stays exactly parallel to the floor.
Yeah.
Perpendicular.
Parallel, perpendicular, whatever. It works. So...
Yay!
Krios, Talia crashes into you.
I'll try and grab onto her.
Okay, give me a weapon skill. Goodbye!
Just let him go. Who needs Inquisitors anyway?
Well, Talia was the sort of nice one.
Yeah, but the bridge.
According to you.
Yes!
Okay, you're using your other fate point. Krios, I think, just earned himself Shelby's adoration. You can't save both, Shelby. And before you even get to make the attempt, you're going to have to roll agility not to get thrown face first into the floor. In fact, everyone, you must now roll agility.
Truly humans, where are your reactions and religions now?
Oh, I passed.
Ow, my face.
If
We all have
I
to?
passed.
So Shelby, I'm guessing, is fading that.
Well, I'm down. I'm not going to fight that.
Jesus!
So
You know what? I'm just falling on my face. I'm not ready to use my other fate points yet.
So, from what I understand, your speed hold doesn't help your center of balance.
No.
Okay, so that was your fate point roll, Shelby? Yes, and it's a might, because you only get to choose your power on one of them in the split second you'll have before they disappear. They're both over the railing. Basically, they got launched up and over. So in that split second that everyone else face plants forward, you manage to steady yourself by the grace of the Emperor and have just enough time to use your power on one of the two.
Well, I got a 37 when my agility is 43.
Do you really want to go saving Torquus?
No. I was going to save Javon if she wasn't going to.
All right, and I guess you'd also hear the Vox howl of the dog.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Does the dog get thrown over the edge?
No, but it just got flooded. It wasn't
for that.
expecting it, so it made a little howl.
Sweet, no! Go,
If that dog
I
dies.
because I value the life of
All
that
little
cyber.
things.
Yeah, I value the life of that cyber masters over all the rest of the NPCs.
Hey, Fergus
So-
and me, we're bros. You should probably stay out of that, otherwise there might be trouble.
I'm gonna
So,
stop the recording here for a second because I just hit a gigabyte, so it's gonna stop. and
Oh,
restart.
okay.